coming up this week on Beyond the Divide. Last week I journeyed to the Brisbane Valley in Queensland to hunt roaring red stags in week 2 of the Ridge Ballot with my good mate and professional hunting guide Clark McGee. Clark is also the Ridge Group president, and for over 22 years this non-profit organisation has provided free-range, balloted public access to quality red deer hunting on private land. At the start of each of the 4 weekly ballot periods, hunting parties from all over the country arrive and are given a comprehensive briefing on safety, block boundaries, hunting strategies and the all-important management and ageing of stags. After that, hunters are left on their own to enjoy a great week in the Queensland bush. Hunting in the rut is very exciting, and if all goes to plan, the stags can be called into close range by imitating their call, which makes for adrenaline-charged stalking. We hit the bush and looked and listened hard, but the stags weren't in full voice yet. We saw plenty of deer, got busted a couple of times, and I did harvest a cull stag, which is a trophy in itself, as it eliminates poor genetics from the herd, a very important factor in sustainable deer management. Clark and I were trying to track down an older bush stag, and on the morning of our 3rd day, we're up and going well before dawn to get back on the hunt.
This morning's probably one of the coolest we've had all week, which is a good sign. We're starting off our hunt this morning up the opposite end of our block, somewhere where we haven't covered. Back in base camp last night, one of the boys on a neighbouring block had 4 stags going. We just heard a couple of roars from right up the head of this basin. Really good start. Faint, not super aggressive, but roaring.
The distant roars were roughly 2 k's away, and it was the first indication we'd had that the rut was finally hotting up.
Been a bit of the Benny Hill show this morning, been up, been down, been around, now we come all the way back down. 4 stags going down here in this basin below us.
With stags now all around us, I loaded up and we stayed put. We listened carefully to the stags' challenges, trying to work out the tricky business of which one could be the dominant stag. With possibly 4 animals voicing strongly, there was no need for us to roar back. The wind was bad for a stalk on the animal we presumed to be the big guy, so we took our next best option given the conditions and started in on the stag below us. Series 3 of Beyond the Divide, now showing on Channel 44.